what did COVID do to your business in India? Particularly, India had a very different trajectory than Western countries, with the vaccine being rolled out differently than in the West. How did you guys adjust during that period?
I think from a business standpoint during COVID, luckily for us, it was neither a massive upswing nor a massive downswing. A lot of people in India say that online education took an upswing during COVID. That I think was for a very different segment of companies focusing on K-12, etc. But for us being in working professional, continuing education, I think there were counteracting forces at play. One was that people were having less job security, less time because of various things that they had to manage, and the acceptance of online overall going on. So I think net for us, it was a good time to work on a few things that we thought would take a decade in terms of building stakeholder credibility. What COVID did for us on the positive side was it accelerated that to a few years. Just the acceptance and the credibility of online that Chip spoke about are challenges even today, everywhere in the world, with universities, with faculty, with parents, with students themselves, with corporates in terms of career outcomes. I think what COVID had done for us was made sure that the acceptance of online was established, and I think that journey got accelerated massively for us over a couple of years, what we thought could take 5 to 10 years as an outcome.
Okay, so now the potential.
By the way, Supreet,
go ahead.
COVID is a public company. I mean, it was complicated, right? So, is it good? Is it bad? We're in a COVID basket with a bunch of companies that don't look at all like us. And at the time, there isn't a lot of one of the challenges about IPOing 2U, not a lot of ed tech. So what's weird about education, and one of the reasons why upgrad is such a big opportunity, is if you look at the percent of GDP consumed by education, it's right up there with energy and environment and tech and telecom. But if you look at the top companies across the top 10, you know every company. It's Apple and Amazon, and then you get to education, and it's like Pearson, and you're like, it's not that big. Why are there no big companies? Very regulated. And so COVID was pretty torturous, honestly, as a public company during the time for us. We had a bunch of physical trainings that we actually run for about 40 universities in the United States, the UK, and Australia that we actually had to move online. We did that in about 5 days. And then we have a lot of employees in South Africa. And South Africa has rolling blackouts, so we had to send power generators to people's houses. It was a non-trivial exercise. But the good thing about it is, I would tell you now, online learning is just in a fundamentally different place. So one of the things I'm so excited about being here in the Kingdom is working with the National Education Learning Center and FutureX, which is their sort of platform of platforms, to bring our programs to the Kingdom in a significant manner. The interest in adoption post-COVID is completely different.